Hey guys, it's Jessie V. I am back with my second Halloween video. Can I just show you guys my shirt right now? It's Corpse Bride. How cool is that? Tim Burton is actually bae. I could watch any of his movies all day long and be happy. In fact, I could watch them all week long and be happy. But yes, this is the second of many Halloween videos to come. Gosh, I love Halloween. Makes me want to do the Monster Mash or something. Do you remember that song? Does anybody even know how to do the Monster Mash? Do you have to be a monster to do it? Maybe you gotta make like Frankenstein arms or something. I'm sure I would attract all of the boys. All of the zombie boys. So, today I have a very creepy V-time for you guys. As you can tell by the title of this video, it involves very creepy phone calls and texts from a stranger, who also happens to be creepy. But I won't spoil it too much yet, because you gotta watch to find out. This V-time I'm about to tell you happened a few years ago on New Year's Eve. Ever since I was young, my parents have hosted New Year's Eve parties at our house. Family and friends would come over and we would have a great time. It was an event that people really looked forward to. My parents even had a theme for each year. One year it was a zombie party, so all of the guests had to dress like zombies. Good thing Rick wasn't invited to the party. He may have killed us all. Let's just pause for a minute to talk about The Walking Dead. Imagine if the zombie apocalypse finally ended on the show. Let's say someone found a cure and all of the characters went back to their regular life. How do you think Rick would handle going to a Halloween party? He'd step inside and see two people dressed as zombies and would literally tackle them to the ground. The guests would be like, "Oh, don't mind Rick. He's got some serious problems. He came from a zombie apocalypse. Let him be." Sorry, I had to. Let's get back to the story now. So yeah, my parents had a zombie party theme, a retro theme, a jungle theme, an Arabian's Night theme. Any theme you could think of, they have had that. My mom would go absolutely ham on the decorations. For example, for the jungle theme party, she got massive cardboard palm trees and statues of animals and put them everywhere. We literally felt like we were in the jungle. The food even had these little leaf toothpicks sticking out of them. It actually felt like the Jungle Book just threw up all over my house. Somebody call Walt Disney. So this particular year that the story takes place, like I mentioned before, my mom had the zombie theme going on, which made everything even more creepy than it already was. Everything was going fine at first. We were all dancing under a disco ball, eating cheese puffs and munching on Doritos, listening to Pink and the Black Eyed Peas. It was the best party ever. It was about 5 minutes until midnight, so everybody gathered around the clock to count down. This was always like my favorite part. Counting down was just so suspenseful and exciting. And then everyone would just scream and jump around when the clock finally hit midnight. People would just hug and kiss each other even if they didn't know them. Who are you? I don't even know. Give me a hug. Happy 2012. So a couple minutes after midnight hit, I got a text. It was from an unknown number and it said, "Happy New Year," which obviously wasn't something out of the ordinary on this particular night. I figured I used to have their number on my old phone, and now that I had a new phone, I just didn't have their number anymore, so it just showed up as unknown. Probably someone from school. So I texted them back with, "Thank you, who is this?" What I didn't expect was that they would answer with, "Guess." Like, really? Ain't nobody got time for that? Just tell me who you are. Why do you have to turn this into a game show? So I decided to play along and start naming some friends from school. Each time this person would answer with "no." I finally just told them that I gave up. And then they answer with, "You'll find out soon." Like, what? What does that even mean? I started to think that one of my family members were pranking me. So I walked around the house trying to see if anybody had their phone out. I was asking around, but everyone seemed completely confused and unaware of what I was talking about. I decided to just let it go. I completely just thought of Frozen when I said that.
Let it go, don't text me anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't let it ruin my night. So I just went back to the dance floor and hung out with my friends. And yes, you heard that correctly. I do have a dance floor in my basement. In all seriousness, my dad just put a little bit of hardwood on the concrete of my unfinished basement floor, and we decided to call it a dance floor because it sounded cooler than saying, let's go dance on this 20 by 20 foot thing on the ground. Yes, this square is a dance floor. So I ended up getting a phone call at about 12:45 a.m. It was from the same number. I picked it up and had to say hello like 4 times because no one was answering. I was about to hang up when I heard a guy's voice say, I'm here. I was like, you're here? You're here where? I was like, is he at my house? Is he here for the party? I walked upstairs and looked through the little peephole on my door. Because let's be serious, guys. I'm not just gonna open my door without knowing who the heck is behind it. That is what people in horror movies do completely wrong. Like, look through the peephole first. You gotta know what you're up against. And then you can decide whether you want to risk your life or not. So, like any cliche horror movie, there was no one behind my door. Nothing. No one was there. Unless it was a ghost. I was getting pretty annoyed. Half of me felt like I was just being prank called by some idiot at my school. And the other half of me felt like maybe this was legit. Maybe I was actually being stalked by somebody. Because back then, for some reason, I displayed my actual phone number in the About section on my Facebook. Who does that? Bad idea. Everyone was able to know my number. Come on, Jess. Are you stupid? So once again, I go back to join the guests. The whole situation leaves my mind for about an hour, but that is when I get another phone call. I pick up pretty angry this time and basically tell them to leave me alone. In fact, one of my friends grabbed the phone from my hand and tells this guy off. And all the guy responded with once again was, I'm here. But this time he added that I should go up to my bedroom window and look outside because I would see him. This kind of sent a shiver down my spine. I got 2 of my friends and my little cousin to go up to my bedroom with me because, you know what? I did not want to see this guy alone. And just like he said, I looked out my window which faced the front of the house, and there he was. He was standing in the middle of the street looking right up at us. It was dark, so he was completely shadowed. I had no idea who it was. And of course we all screamed. Like, you think we're just gonna look at this guy and be like, oh well, he has issues. No, we freaked out. I mean, this was probably one of the most creepiest things that had happened to me at that point in my life. And my poor little cousin that was with me was flabbergasted. So we went to go get my dad, who immediately walked outside to go handle the situation. The guy had left, but my dad stood in the driveway for a good 15 minutes to make sure he didn't come back. I ended up finding out about a week later that it had been one of the guys in my English class that thought it would be hilarious to prank me since he lived in the same neighborhood as me. A bunch of his guy friends were also in on it. Apparently they were recorded the whole thing. I was mad at first. Come on, wouldn't you be mad? I was pretty mad. But then I thought, I was actually glad that it ended up being some idiot in my English class, because imagine if it wasn't. How horrible would it have been for the rest of my life wondering who that creepy guy had been standing outside of my house? I would have never known. Anyways though, that is the end of my story. I really hope you liked it. Stay tuned for some more Halloween videos because we have a whole month of October to go through. As usual, my social media information is in the description along with my vlog channel and my P.O. box information, so check it out. And until next time guys, bye!